my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'm a running back. Ay. Same day, why I'm a running back. Yeah. Friday, payday, running back. Ay. Running back, running back, running back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Yeah. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Now the former Texas A&M Aggie. This is Travion Williams. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. 5, 10.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Gone. Going up top for Cup. It got his man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down.
Like 20. Hey, shell. Check that.
They'll run it with Williams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
DC. Coaching spell.
Goff now looking to throw. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. Cooper Kupp, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 20. 5 and up to the 27-yard line.
27-yard line.
Let's go now. 90 Wolf.
59. Mike to 59. All day, baby. All day. All day.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Ready?
Mike 51. Mike 51.
Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together.
Hey, Mike, let's go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. It's caught by Roberts. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
10-2 soft.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day offense.
Now.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Back to throw here. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Gold with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Second and 5 at the 30-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll run. This is Darrell Henderson. And some room to work. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And finally they get him to the ground, but it's all the way down at the Niners' 32-yard line.
Los Angeles.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And an alley to run. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
Here we go. 180.
I'm coming for you.
Quick pass out to Miller. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Scott Miller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25. To the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory. Why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by John Johnson. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
At the 41-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. He completes this one to Mack. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some.
On his arms.
He don't want it.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Back.
2nd down, it's Henderson. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. As his guys are in for 6. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know the receivers love to say, if we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Got it.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's...
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, Williams. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
We go, Todd. 120. 2 for 1. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, Charlie.
Watching me by.
Coming to you. Coming to you.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Oh, man, partner, this is something cornerbacks love to do, and that's outthink a quarterback. If you get a sense that they're going to throw a quick out route or a quick hitch, you can just lay back an extra yard or two, but then really put your foot in the turf and drive on the football. And here I think he baited the quarterback into the throw and made it pay off.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Let him go by a little too easily there.
Well, that's what we saw on film, isn't it? His head goes down oftentimes when he goes to punch, when he's trying to block. And when you do that, you can't see your target. He went right past him and made the play.
You draw closer.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. On the screen, this is Coleman. Oh, he's got a little daylight. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Here comes the boom.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a big mistake on the return. He's out of bounds at his own 1-yard line.
All right, partner, get that disapproving look off of your face. He did get it out to the 1-yard line. Yeah, I know. Wasn't the best play in the world. He's hoping his offense can bail him out.
They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive. And they finally are able to take him down at the opposite 47. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. 52 yards. So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield. They'll go back to Henderson on 1st down. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
I got him. Hey, I got him. That's me. Mark 55.
Value 1.
Watch the curl. Kill.
Hey, turn it up.
Goff going to give this one to Henderson. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Here we go. 180.
Check 55. Come on.
Hey, kill.
Check 3.
On 3rd down, Barnes. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Mike, 55.
Play action. It's Goff. That'll be caught by Kupp. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 25 yards that time.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Check. Watch 54. Hey, watch the screen.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Ready,
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Check, check, check. Check 13, check 13. Slam, slam.
Well, fellas, here we go.
The first throw here for the backup Garoppolo. Going for Hurd on the deep ball. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
In punt formation for the 49ers.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Again, it's Williams. He's got the first down and more past midfield. The 30. 10. Touchdown, L.A. Travion Williams, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
This is fielded at the goal line. And an alley to run. Taking it right down Broadway. The 20, 10, and they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Officially an even 100 yards coast to coast on the kick return as his guys are back within a single score.
Hey, Haywood.
It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
The Rams take over first and 10.
Let's go.
At their own
Let's go.
25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Off play action. Here's Goff. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
First down, Rams.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. This is Miller, complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Here's Mostert. There to make the tackle, Samson Abukum.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Put formation. Come on, boys. Come on.
General West.
On first down, Coleman, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Well, let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
Hold on. Check. Ric Flair. Check.
They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
120.
Hey, pick your game up.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. Going up top for Cup. It's caught inside the 25. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play there. Goff to Kupp. 54 yards.
And the Rams first down.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Henderson now on 1st and 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's what I'm talking about. Let's hit, boy.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch twitch.
Again, it's Henderson. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. They will run again with Coleman. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now Mostert. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They're going to look to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Travion Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On third down, here's Coleman. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down.
61, matchbox lights. Ready?
They'll run it with Coleman. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Kyle Shanahan, an offensive mind, but his guys stopped up short. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position.
180.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist.
Super. Five.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. The Rams on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Hey, Delta.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And he's into the clear. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert, 93 yards. And the 49ers get a score closer. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A big play there, with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like...
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
He'll drop to throw. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Bravo! First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Check Mike 21.
Crunch time, defense.
Sponge! No! He's checking! Crash!
Check nickel.
Look, squeeze.
Check Mike 21.
Lead grip.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Pressure comes and down he goes. Samson Ebukam able to record his 5th sack of the season. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
51 to Mike, boy, 51. Yo. Mike 51, Mike 51.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It fights him off. Fighting him off. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and run for it. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will extend their lead now up to 22. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Let's go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost,